Hello Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Welcome to your spring equinox reading. This is going to be covering the next 3 months and your greatest concern. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, check your other signs if your sun sign does not address your greatest concern. I'm going to be using a couple of decks for this reading. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle deck by Colette Barton Reed, and I'm going to be utilizing this to give us a visual of where you are currently on your timeline starting out spring. And then 2 Cardmancy cards to point us in the direction of your greatest concern, and then 5 tarot cards to look into some future events and how things may be playing out over the next 3 months in regards to your concern. And then a Wild Offering Oracle card for a message to what you need to release to the divine regarding this concern. Okay, so shuffling now your Oracle cards, see what we have, where it shows us where you are, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Leo, so some of you, so we have Mountain. Some of you have been presented with a challenge, and you are concerned about, well, where you are right now is how you're going to climb it, get around it, or move it. For some of you, this is a boundary that you are feeling that you need to have in a situation. Some of you, I do get a sense too that you feeling like you have to kind of hold yourself up until there's some type of issue resolved, or pulling yourself away from visibility and kind of hiding away while you kind of chisel away at what this challenge or problem is. So for some of you, that's what this is kind of like how you're feeling like you're starting off spring. You're starting off spring with a bit of a mountain to climb, or again, find a way to get around. You need to strategize, and this is where I'm seeing where this is like you need to, or may feel the need to kind of hide away from a particular person or a group, or even being that active on social media while you are like just kind of handling life, handling things in you know, in real life. So this is, I feel like it's cutting out some things while you are focusing. This is something that is requiring your focus. There's something here that too, for some of you, it feels or looks bigger than what it is, but that's at this time. So it's definitely something that has your focus and attention, that has arisen. So a big problem that you are dealing with right now, or a challenge. But I also feel like for some of you, this is a test of your strength and endurance in regards to what you're willing to do to weather through challenges. Could be in a relationship, could be in your career, could be in your home and family life, could be in anything. So could be in your finances as well. So let's see, get 2 Cardmancy cards to see what about this mountain is concerning to you, or what your greatest concern is being at this place and time. So we do have the 6 of Spades, the 4 of Hearts. Okay, so I do feel like for some of you, you are definitely concerned about moving through this issue and coming on the other side feeling secure about where you are. For some of you, this could have to do with home. This could be definitely I feel like for some of you, you're either getting ready to move in with a partner, or you are planning on moving in with a partner. Some of you could have disagreements about where, but for some of you, this could be just needing to have a secure place, period. Needing to, there's some type of obstacle And it could just be even something with where you live that you need to move, but it may be difficult. So there's this some type of blockage where you are, where you may feel like there are too many challenges in the environment that you're in, and so your concern is moving into a place where you do not feel that way. You don't feel restricted. You don't feel like there's so many challenges that are um, placed in your way, or obstacles placed in your way. You want this sense of peace when you come home. This peace, it's for some of you, and you know that's where it is. You need your peace restored. You need to be able to meditate. Where you live may be too noisy for you to conduct your work, or you know, you may live with others and may feel like, you know what, I need to move out on my own, but I have this mountain I have to climb, or this is a challenge for me because, you know, maybe living with others kind of helps you feel secure financially, but it's not necessarily giving you the peace of mind that you need. For some of you, it's a challenge with the relationship because there is some distance and you want to close that gap. How can you close the gap of, you know, coming together with your partner where you can maybe start your marriage home, or you know, relationship home? So some of you, that is what the challenge is, moving on and moving into a space where you have a lot more peace of mind, and where you can freely, not just freely think, but freely move about, freely plan on in a firm foundation that your home is taken care of. Because if your home base feels unstable in any way, that can affect you emotionally, it can affect you mentally, emotionally. So I do feel like for some of you, that is your challenge in finding a peace of mind from some type of living situation. Some of you are ready to move on, probably emotionally, from it could be some blockage of just how, if it's work. I'm not really kind of seeing that. I feel like it's not, but it could be for some of you, maybe feeling like you need to move on into a space where you have a better chance of climbing, or you know, making more money, or having again the security to move and live out on your own, or you know, support a partner, or be supportive with a partnership. So let's look into your vibe cards and see what could be coming up over the next 3 months. And again, I didn't mention for your sign, if you do resonate with these cards, and more than likely you can trust that these the tarot cards are going to be showing you, you know, this is a reading that's resonating with you. But again, if it doesn't, check your other signs, your moon, your rising. Okay. Now, some of you, I feel like you are dealing with a partner who's holding out, kind of maybe physically. You wanting to move towards that relationship with that person. So maybe moving to a progression where you know that you have that compatibility, maybe somewhat of, you know, of a challenge for some of you. I don't know why I just picked that up, but so we have a Mirror of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, Alchemy, which is Temperance. We have a Star. We have Six of Cups. And we have Malik Cups. Okay, so I do feel with this, you are going to find some clarity. You are going to get around and through this mountain. I do feel too that whatever challenge has presented or has come up has kind of giving you this sense of a realization in regards to what it is that you want out of life. I feel like for some of you, this mountain kind of came up to stop you from going into a path that you were maybe just going with the motions, to getting back to a place of taking responsibility for your place in life, or where you are, where you're going, because this is a movement into a happiness. Now, for some of you, the challenge may be a relationship. There's a lot of like kind of, well, couple emotional cards coming up here. Um, I feel that the desire for some of you is to connect with someone, and close the distance between you, coming together. Um, some of you, I'm getting a sense that some of you are maybe having or dealing with the challenge of pregnancy within a relationship, having children. So I do feel like for some of you, this is finding some type of solution here, with this Temperance card and the Six of Cups showing up, in actually having, becoming pregnant, and this is your desire. So for some of you, there has to be a desire. So I do feel like there's some information of some of you kind of seeking out, um, could be alternative methods, or just researching as well how, you know, what can be done to get the chemistry of you and your partner working together. So I do feel like this is, a desire that it's a mountain because it feels like a challenge, because it's something that where you want to get to. You want to get to that point. So I feel like within the next 3 months there will be a good kind of outcome to that for some of you if that's your concern. I'm ready to move into the step of creating your own family. This is now foundation of an emotional or a marriage home. It could even be. So for some of you, that's where you're going to be kind of working on. I do get the sense that your desire, your wish is going to be coming true with this Star card. I also get that timing and timing, especially in regards. Yeah, I'm getting a sense, kind of a strong sense that, it's kind of the male that needs to be, whoever the male is in the situation, needs to kind of work on, or needs to work with a doctor or a professional in regards to their sperm count and what they're producing. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of getting as far as that. That's going to be kind of the solution to the problem. Might not be, the female. So that could be something here. I'm not going to dwell on that because I don't feel like that's everybody, of course. But I feel that there's definitely going to be this sense of direction that you find your way out of this challenge that you're dealing with right now. It will require your patience, but I do feel like the month of June is showing up very strong as far as the solution coming about, and you ending in a place where you feel a lot more emotionally secure, happy, feeling like you are, you can, the King of Cups, you know, where they are, they're very comfortable. They can really be themselves, express their emotions, not hide their emotions. They could, some of them, they know when to show their emotion, they know when to hide their emotion. But the major point that I'm getting out of this is this kind of spirit of comfort that you're going to be finding yourself in, where there's harmony restored in some type of relationship or, again, living situation. But again, I feel like there's this determination that you have to make what seems impossible possible, making it happen. For some of you, if it's, the challenge of moving out on your own, if it's not even with a partner. Now, I do feel for some of you, it's this change in moving forward. There may be this just a change of residence. There may be someone else that you do share better harmony with than your current situation. For some of you, it could be the situation that it's difficult to maybe do things all on your own, and you do need someone to kind of come in and assist you with being in a more secure place with where you're living and what you're doing, to kind of lighten the load or help you out with your plans, and just kind of be there as a support system. There's a very supportive energy showing up with these cards for me. Now, some of you, I feel like you want to heal the past in some way. There's this healing energy that I feel is possible. It's coming in where you need to communicate, and there will be this sense of a deepening of a bond, or, definitely in some ways a reconciliation that happens here for some of you. For some of you who may be single and feel like it's a challenge to find someone, but you're ready to kind of move on and move on to a new relationship, or even moving on to feeling emotionally secure. Um, I do get a sense that you are going to come in contact with someone who is very different from you, but kind of balances you. It's kind of like your yin to your yang, or vice versa there. But you may have some past connection. You may know of this person, or you may have crossed paths in the past. But I feel like whatever has been a challenge to coming together with someone may be cut out, where there is now this chance for you to connect. So there's this window of opportunity coming in the next 3 months for some of you to make a strong connection or reestablish a strong connection with someone. I feel like and for some of you, it's a desire that you've had for some time. You've been very patient with it. So for some of you too, I do get a sense that there's something that you have been patient for, something you wanted to do since you were a child, or um, something that has been on your mind since childhood that you've wanted to achieve or accomplish. There's a sense of this window of opportunity of you being able to grasp that, and also you being in a level of maturity to make it happen, having everything that you need to create and make a dream come true, literally, in a sense. And it could be a dream home, that some of you are, working on or working towards. So there's this sense of determination that you have to make something work, to reconcile, to bring and restore some type of harmony. Now, if this mountain is some type of conflict, I do get a sense that for some of you, this is a sense of peace that you want restored in a relationship. If you're going through a bit of a rough patch, I do feel like whatever it is, you will kind of overcome that, and you will overcome it together. You'll also come out with a lot more understanding of what could have been just a kind of a communication breakdown. So there's a sense of moving on, being able to move on, and gaining some emotional maturity over a situation. I do feel too, some of you singles, there could be kind of an age gap between you and a new partner. And so there may be some hurdles and challenges to get over in regards to showing. Now, okay, so I'm getting a little bit here to that some of you, there's this challenge with going public with a relationship. But I do get a sense that for some of you, there will be more love than there is criticism about what your choice in a relationship is, who you're choosing as a partner, because there's this good kind of balance I'm seeing, that regardless of your age difference, some of you may even feel like it's kind of like a, if you believe in that, like twin flame type of situation. I definitely do sense that for many of you, you're becoming parents for the first time, or if again that's your challenge, that's your concern. There will be some development within the next 3 months in regards to that. Some of you could be returning to a place you used to live. Some of you could be moving back to a place you used to live. Not the same place, apartment, or house. Could even be home, family home. But for some of you, I feel like there's the sense of you being on a journey of kind of exploring elsewhere And if you are being met with a situation where you have to return, there's something very good about this. There's something here with reconnecting with your past that's going to bring you a sense of security that you've been needing for quite some time. So I'm kind of getting a message here that's not to look at it as going backwards. It's kind of returning home in a sense, but with a sense of there being, you having a clearer view of what your purpose is through your journey, and what you are bringing back to a situation, even if it's to a relationship. There's this sense of a meeting coming together here that is like destiny, like it's meant to be. You were destined to go back to this place, or you were destined to go to a place at a specific time. And again, you're going to be seeing a reason for this mountain, for this challenge, because you may be seeing it as a challenge now, but you may also kind of see it as like this, a mountain can also be protection, in the sense of being sure that you're being directed in the direction that is for your highest good, in a sense. With these two major cards too, I feel like this is a sense of spiritual protection over, your journey, and even, the decisions that you've made kind of like on a whim, being protected through that. Even if you feel like there's some type of consequence that's coming up through a choice that you made, I feel like there's a sense of you kind of reconciling all of what has happened to where you find yourself, okay, wherever that may be. So there's definitely some balance that's going to be being restored here. And for some of you, it's either like someone you've desired for a really long time, you really finally connecting with this person, and that obstacle that kept you apart being removed, even if it's distance. And for others, it could be, again, that kind of relationship that you've always felt that you needed or wanted. You're going to be kind of finding over the next 3 months that can, where you feel like you've overcome whatever challenges that has kept you away from that type of connection in the past. So I'm going to pull your Wild Offering card to see what messages we have from the Divine about your next 3 months in this situation, what you need to release. Relationship. I call in the infinite power of love to take over this union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. Let it unfold in the perfect way for each of us. I needn't fear letting go of control. My needs are always abundantly met. Okay, so for some of you, whatever's rising right now is needed for the coming together of a relationship. And that's something that you will see kind of playing out over the next 3 months, of how circumstances and different changes where you've had to move actually brings you closer to your destiny with the Star card. Okay, so that is your reading, Leo. I do hope it was helpful. And again, if this didn't address your concern, check your moon or your rising. And if you would like a personal reading with me, I am still offering those. That information is below. Take care.